All right, hey, let's take a look at that KD ratio. We're up to 1.0. I think the last time we looked at it, we were at 0.89 or 0.91, so I continue to do well at the Little Bird. And if you notice, Little Bird is platinum. We're about to go expert on it. I think I'm at level 43, something like that. Okay, so you guys may have noticed I haven't really done a rant. I haven't done a long video in 2-3 weeks. I've been doing a lot of shorts. I've just been having a lot of fun with the shorts. They don't take long to put together, and I don't have to sit there and edit my audio. But a couple days ago, I did one on Battlefield 6 skins. I called it Pass and Review, and here it is with Madeline Kahn. For your convenience and viewing pleasure. Personally, it cracks me up. I thought it was hilarious.
Very nice selection. Yes. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes. No, no, yes. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Yes.
Okay, so when I was putting this video together, I had to listen to how many no's she said, and it was like 40, 41, 42. So I had to find like 41, 42 skins. So I fired up Battlefield 6 and I started looking at the skins. And it was not hard to come up with four. In fact, I had more skins than I had no's from her. And I'm just like, why? You can't even see them outside of the beginning or the end of the match. When you're in a match, you're not sitting there staring at someone else's pants. I mean, I could play you the Marissa Tomei video again about, do you really give a shit what pants the son of a bitch who shot you was wearing? But I also started, when I was going through the store, I'm looking at the prices of these skins. And, they put them in coins, which I think is hilarious, right? They're trying to hide how much money you're getting ripped off. And I'm reminded of comments that I had back when I started this channel about affordability. People were complaining that they couldn't afford a house, that they can't afford a new car. And I'm sitting here looking at this stuff, and I'm sitting here scratching my head going, really? You guys? Okay, so let's go over some of these, right? Undetectable. 1,800 coins. 1,800 coins, depending on, how many you buy. 500 of them are $4.99. 13,000 of them are $100. So for undetectable, it's going to set you back $13.82 up to $18, depending on how many coins you get. $18. And what the hell do you get for it? What do you really get for $18? Let's take a peek. Okay, one of the best and I think coolest looking skins in the whole game is this first one, Mackenzie's skin. And then there's 3 other skins, a couple of patches, some wallpaper that you can only see when you're looking at your profile, and a vehicle decal for $18. Now, for $18, if you want to, put that outfit in a box and ship it to my door, I might pay $18 for it. But this, you don't even get to keep this. When Battlefield 6 at some point in the future turns itself off, turns off the servers, do you get to keep these skins? No. So you're paying $18 for nothing. You'd be further ahead to take your $18 and go buy yourself 3 emotional support lattes. At least you got the calories. Then there's Chemical Bulwark, which is 1,400 coins, which is equal to $10.77 up to $14. Strix Raiders is 2,400 coins, which is $18.46 up to $24. Are you kidding me? The 323 kit is the same price as Strix Raiders. Venom Drip is $1,800, which is the same as Undetectable, $13.82 up to $18. Night Shift is the same as Chemical Bulwark, And the Airy Sweep is 1,900 coins, which is $14.62 to $19. My mind is blown, right? I paid, what, 60 bucks for the game, 70 bucks for the game? And at least I've gotten 350 hours worth of enjoyment out of it. You're paying a third the price of the game for skins. Made me start thinking, right? Okay, this is why we're not seeing new maps. This is why we're not seeing new weapon systems and making and new expansion packs to Battlefield, because the developers are spending all of their time making skins because people keep buying them. If they didn't keep buying them, they wouldn't keep making them. And although I suspect that a lot of people aren't buying them because this goes back to the whole argument about Battlefield losing its way, right? Without the maps, you're not bringing the players in, and if players don't fire up the game, they can't go to the store and drop the coin for these costumes. So it made me start thinking, right? Where did all of this shit start? Where did this whole obsession with skins start? So I fired up every Battlefield game I've got. The first one was Battlefield 1942. It came out in September 10th of 2002. Let's take a look at the interface. Nope, no store. How about Battlefield 2? Battlefield 2 came out in June 21st of 2005. Do we see any stores in this one? No, we do not. How about Battlefield 3? No, Battlefield 3 didn't, but Battlefield 3 did have the dumbest UI I've ever seen. Yeah, it actually opened up a web browser. But Battlefield 3 didn't have any in-game stores either. So none of this, microtransactions were present. Battlefield 4, October 29, 2013. Let's take a peek. Was there a store? Yes, there was an in-game store, but what did they sell? They sold battle packs, which were basically combinations of new weapons, accessories, dog tags, knives, XP boosts, and character customization items. So we're seeing some customizations, right, but not full-blown skins. They sold shortcut kits. Now, personally, I might have slapped down $5 to get my hands on some of the weapons that I'd had to grind for, saved some hours of my life. But there's no shortcut kits in Battlefield 6, right? This is in 4. Then you had expansions, right? You had Second Assault, China Rising, Naval Strike, Dragon's Teeth, Final Stand, Night Operations, Community Operations, and Legacy Operations. And, $15 for the price of some of these stupid skins. You could get whole new maps and new missions, and we don't have that now, right? We have quote-unquote seasons. Oh wow, season 1 we got one map, season 2 we got one map, and they're not even really great maps. Although Contaminated is pretty good, but it's a small map. It feels more like Call of Duty than Battlefield. So we're touching the fringe of skins. But then, in November 4th of 2014, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the first time had skins. And this is the beginning of the end. This is when all the microtransactions started coming in. Hey, don't you want to look like Beavis and Butthead? Hey, don't you want to look like Donald Trump? Hey, don't you want to look like insert whoever here? And it started milking players on microtransactions in order to change their appearance. And then it wasn't long after that, Battlefield 1 came out in October 21st of 2016. And we are in full-blown skin mode, right? Call of Duty opened the door and Battlefield piled on. And arguably, Battlefield 1 was the last good Battlefield. Because it kept its roots. It wasn't sure how well the skins were going to make money, so they still were doing traditional Battlefield experiences. But then after that we had Battlefield 5, and Battlefield 5 was a shit show. Nobody liked Battlefield 5. And yet Battlefield 5, whole thing, skins. Make your weapons look different. Make yourself look different. Put camouflage on your cars. And then from after 5, we got 6, and you know where we're at now. So here's my bitch. One, I don't give a shit about skins, and there's no, hide the kids, there's no fucking way I'm paying $18 to $24 for a skin. Second, for everybody out there that's bitching and complaining about affordability, now look, I'm not happy either. I'm not, I can understand the long-term objectives of invading or taking out Iran. They've been a thorn in our side since 1979. But in the short term, I'm not too happy about gas prices either. But, if I go back just a couple of years, under Biden's regime, prices went up 30%. Your dollar lost 30% of its value under Biden's 4 years. 30. So, it's kind of hard for me to, beat up Trump about, making fuel prices go up because of the attack on Iran when Biden tacked us with 30% inflation. But people are bitching and complaining about affordability, but yet you're dropping $18 to $24 for a skin? Seriously? We have some mixed up priorities in our life. You'd be better off to take that $24, times how many of these things did you buy, and put it in a bank. Put it in, put it under your mattress, for crying out loud. Go buy some gold and silver. That seems to be doing well still. Start saving for a decent used car, because, this is a whole topic about new cars being piles of shit. I don't care what brand, including Toyota. But that's a whole other rant that I started working on it, and then this whole one about skins kind of came up and gave me this idea. So, look, the only way these game developers, EA, Epic, the only way they're going to stop doing this shit is if you guys stop buying it. So I'm telling you, if you want games to improve, stop feeding the monster that's consuming the games. As long as they're making money on these microtransactions, they're going to keep doing it. So teach them a lesson, right? Money talks in corporate America. Stop buying the skins. Nobody cares. When they stop making the skins, they'll put the developers onto making the game good again to draw customers back. So, SeaBear's advice? Stop it. Stop it. I tell my kids this all the time. When you look, you find. When you find, you want. When you want, you're going to figure out how to pay for it. And then after you get it 9 times out of 10, you regret all the effort it took to get it. The skins are worthless. Literally worthless. Can you take them and sell them to me? Can you take them and sell them to a buddy of yours? No. When Battlefield turns off the servers, what have you got left? Nothing. Stop it. Stop it. And stop it. And anyways, that's it for this one. This is SeaBear. Out.